hello, my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome back to the E portion of Tell Joanne. I am your girl, Joanne, and we are back. We are back. We are on the journey to 10,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you guys so much for subscribing, for supporting, for liking, for writing a comment, for sharing. I truly appreciate it. So the week of Elvis ended up being 2 weeks of Elvis. And I ended up with the movie Elvis 2022. If you guys have not seen that movie, please definitely check out the movie. You guys will enjoy it. Now, with that said, I am hooked. I'm hooked. There's no such thing as a week or 2 weeks of Elvis. Elvis is forever. So I'm actually going to incorporate Elvis to this channel. So moving forward, I'm actually going to have Elvis every Sunday and every Wednesday. You guys heard, you heard. So I'm going to have an Elvis video every Sunday and every Wednesday. So we're going to start that new chapter by having Elvis Presley and the Black community, which is something that you guys have definitely requested for me to do. So I am going to have that, to do that reaction right now. But I also want to say that definitely consider joining and being a member. So first off, thank you again for subscribing. Definitely consider being a member, because as I am saying that I'm going to have an Elvis music video, movie, something Elvis related every Sunday and Wednesday. If you become a member, you can get months worth of Elvis right at your fingertip. Okay, so those videos, they're going to be for members only, and they're going to be slowly coming out over the next couple of months. But if you want to see all of those videos right away, definitely become a member and you can see those videos right away. And also, important reason to become a member is because I have been out and I have been very blessed with you guys writing comments and likes, and I am at the thousands with comments. So if you want to guarantee that I will see your comment, read your comment, reply to your comment, definitely become a member, because what that will do is that YouTube will put your comment all the way to the top and I will guarantee to see it. And then of course it's going to be a lot of extra perks. But I wanted to say that up front. Membership starts as low as $2.99 and it goes as high as $19.99. So take a look at it, see the perks, see if you guys are interested. But either way, even though I'm going to do the members only first with Elvis, eventually they will come out. In a few months, you'll get the whole thing. So I did a lot of talking, but I really just want to say thank you guys so much for being a support, for being a community. And I am reading some of the comments, and I just love it. I just love you guys. Thank you so much. So with that said, we are about to do our chair, aka toast. So if you are new to this channel, we do a toast in every single episode. So definitely put me on pause, get your beverage of choice, because we're about to do a toast, okay? 1, 2, 3. Now definitely hit that subscribe button, and if you're a subscriber, become a member, okay? All right, guys, so we are gonna get into Elvis Presley and the Black community. That echo will never die. Ooh, I love that. That echo will never die. And I right here am evident of that echo not dying. Look at me right now, listening to Elvis and putting him out to the world for more people to learn and enjoy his music. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let me get into it. I've been talking so much. It's been 5 minutes already. All right, let's get into it.
I thought he was a very beautiful, and still is, a very beautiful person, and his memory shall probably forever live on.
I just said that. That's so true.
You ain't no friend of mine.
That's what I just said, right? And I don't know who that person is talking, but that's just what I said. His memory is forever going to live on. And guys, like after watching that Elvis movie, like I just feel so much closer to him, and I understand his music that I've heard so much better, and the ones that I'm about to listen to. Guys, I hope I'm not crying in every single one of his videos, but all right, let me go on. Let's go.
There is no room in this city for the vulgar performances of Elvis Presley.
It's shocking. I watched him gyrate his legs and swivel his hips. And our parent-teachers group feels he should not be on television.
Weaver.
What? Gyrating his legs and they feel he shouldn't be on television? That's what he was going through at that time? Woo! And then the jail? Oh my goodness, it was certainly a different time. I am very blessed that I'm living in the time that I'm living in right now, guys.
Set up a 20-man committee.
We serve white customers only.
Do away with this vulgar, animalistic, nigger rock and roll bop. Our committee will check with the restaurant.
Animalistic, vigor, animal. Okay. I'm not going to keep stopping it because we're going to, this 15-minute video is going to be like an hour long. I'm just going to.
And the cafes to see what Presley records is on their machines, and then ask them to do away with them.
You've learned anything from the criticism leveled at you?
No, I haven't.
You haven't, huh?
Because I don't feel that I'm doing anything wrong.
That's right, baby. I'm glad they that's what they added to the movies. I'm glad they did. You not doing, and I said in the movie with tears in my eyes, you not doing anything wrong. My goodness, Elvis went through all of that. And he continued, he persevered. He continued the music. Other people would have stopped, but he continued.
Have to go. And go it does at KWK. We're all through playing rock and roll records. This week is record-breaking week here at KWK. And after this week, no more rock and roll will be played on the air.
The obscenity and vulgarity of the rock and roll music is obviously a means by which the white man, his children, can be driven to the level with a nigger.
Wow.
It is obviously nigger music.
Everybody mostly turned him down. And because first thing, he had Negroes' ways. This is what they didn't, really at that time, they didn't want to accept.
By black performers, and he, in essence, because of at that particular time, the kind of backwards mental capability that many people had as judging a person because of the color of their skin, as somewhat still does exist. But back then it was worse, and he actually, because of him being a Caucasian brother, he was able to do away with that whole thing.
The 77-year-old Early Wright, a disc jockey.
Before I continue, I say it now, and I will forever say that Elvis, it says Elvis in the black community. I will say, before I even finish this, Elvis helped out the black community. If there was not Elvis, the black community would not have been where they were with music, because from what I've learned so far, he paved the way. And I'm surprised that more people don't understand and don't know that and don't teach that, right? He paved the way. Like, look at the thing that the guy went through, because he sung music of black people. Like, I was reading some comments and people were saying that Elvis was racist or that he stole black people music. No, he didn't. Because if it wasn't for him, those music that he played, those black people music would have never been played. Oh, man. Okay, come on, Joanne. Stop stopping this. Let's go.
Station WROX in Clarksdale for 45 years.
Hi there. Pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How do you do? This is your soul man to be with you until I get through. I want you to stand by. Don't have no fear. Following Jay's show, should I play one like this one from out of here? Elvis Presley.
Elvis's songs still get good play on Wright's program among the blues, gospel, and jazz recordings that are its staples. It was almost 40 years ago when Elvis drove down to Clarksdale from Memphis with a record and asked him to play it.
And I had been playing his record. And I had never seen him before. And I was amazed to see him. And he introduced himself to being Elvis Presley.
He had no idea.
All the pieces over him. Then he and I started talking. I used to be the manager of a gospel group called the 4-Star Quartet.
Okay.
And I could listen to a man sing a hymn. I could listen to a man sometime talk. I did that. And I could pick him out whether he could fit in my group.
Okay.
And talking to Elvis Presley, I could see a great future in him.
That's right. Sure
No
he
accident
did.
that Wright recognized Elvis's strong gospel roots. Here at the East Trigg Baptist Church in Memphis, older members of the congregation remember Elvis joining in with the choir while in high school. These were rousing sessions led by the charismatic pastor, Reverend W. Herbert Brewster.
Like most black people in the South, and to whose throat God has pressed down a harp of 1,000 strings, it only needed tuning. Elvis's voice was that type of voice that agreed with the thought.
I like how he said, like most black people, right? That's right. Elvis was no color, baby. Elvis was no color, okay? Just like music is no color.
He had that kind of bent and inclination and attitude that suggested that God could use him.
God did use him.
I gave the music a different approach, a new beat. I knew that it wasn't going to hurt if I said, "Much Jesus bear the cross alone," whether I've said with 1 beat, 2 beat, whether I've said it high or low. And I told them, "Come on in here and put your stuff together." They came in here, and it was a glorious experience, and Elvis was in that group.
Elvis came out with a style of his own, and it was very creative. And once he got into it, and you got that feel, Elvis just took off like a late freight. And with Elvis doing this kind of music, gave an injection to black music that no other artist had ever done.
It was like an earthquake in my neighborhood. The whole place was shaking when he came on. And I said, how did a person possess that kind of power? That it even comes off the TV and grab me in this ghetto neighborhood.
You speak the truth, brother. Yep.
I tutti frutti, and I was very disgusted. But by him singing it, he really made it bigger and made me bigger.
During those days.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the respect that I'm talking about. So I didn't know Elvis sing Tutti Frutti, so I'm going to go look for that. He said he made me bigger. That is acknowledgement. That is respect right there. Yes. Okay.
Was a white artist doing something, they would just say, they don't like our blacks and we don't like them either. He's nothing but a copycat. But Elvis Presley, when he came on, chicks was screaming and going crazy, and it was like in any other neighborhood. And I said, this guy's got something going.
Elvis had something that made him sound like he truly meant it. And that's what made a lot of people like myself like him.
I think Elvis had lots of soul. He appealed to black people. He definitely had to have soul in order to do that.
I think there's ever been an artist that went.
And let's not forget, he didn't only appeal to black people. He appealed to white people. And that was the situation from what I'm getting. He appealed to the white girls. And if he's appealing to the white girls, the white boys are going to follow. So therefore, hence, girls wanted to be with him, and boys wanted to be him. Again, I'm going to be a broken, why am I speaking like this? I will be a broken record. Elvis had no color. Elvis was an angel that was put down for a reason. He started a movement. He was a movement. He was a movement.
His name went on the marquee. They knew he was coming. People came from all over the world.
And that's why I'm going to continue to put him in this channel. That's why I'm going to continue to every Sunday, every Wednesday, guys. It's going to be an Elvis video.
I never heard of that.
Elvis did a lot of stuff that, rappers do these days.
He had the bling. You gotta have the bling when you from Memphis.
He had the bling, he had a Cadillac, he had like a gangster. As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto.
The song also resonates with people who've only met Elvis through his songs.
Yeah.
About the hood, they talking about where we come from.
Paul Beauregard and Jordan Houston are the Oscar-winning rap duo 3-6 Mafia.
And as you guys know already, when I heard that song, I didn't know that Elvis was raised in a black community. I didn't know that Elvis was easily talking about himself or his friends or people around him. And if you guys have not seen that reaction, definitely watch the reaction, because that song is as relevant today as it was any time across any era. Definitely for his era, definitely for our era. And I pray that one day that song is no longer relevant. I pray that.
They grew up just 2 blocks from Graceland in one of Memphis's poorest neighborhoods.
I want CD Scratcher. My mom used to always listen to this song when I was young. He talked about, things that she went through. She had my mom had a bunch of kids, like 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get somebody to listen to your song. You talk about what they know about and what they want to hear. Mm-hmm. And she know about the ghetto because, she lived in the ghetto. In the ghetto. That's it.
And his mama cries. But if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto.
After we find the part on the record that
I don't know why this song gets to me. Like, I wasn't raised in the ghetto. I never lived in the ghetto. But it's like, it doesn't even matter if you, I guess if you're a minority, it doesn't matter if you lived in the ghetto or not. Like, someone from the ghetto. I think that's what I had said when I did the reaction, is that how brave Elvis was to sing that song, because he was singing to, I guess not only people who lived in the ghetto, but he was singing to a white population who didn't understand what was going on. And again, it was a movement. That song was a movement. That song is a movement. And so it's crazy. Like, again, I never lived in the ghetto, but I know people who lived in the ghetto, and it just resonates. It just resonates. And I think that right now, with us becoming more aware, us as in people becoming more aware, I think that song resonates more now with more people than it ever did, because I would like to say that people's eyes are open now, right? And they are allowing themselves to see the things that need to be changed, right? I don't know. Comment below, let me know.
We want to use, we're sampling into the drum machine or the keyboard. That way we can loop it. Like,
my first line says, first I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. It's still broke, so I'm sleeping on apartment floors. So it's just like the struggle, what's going on in the hood. First I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. It's still broke, so I'm sleeping on apartment floors.
Once we have all that ready, we load it into the drum machine and then pay out.
So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal, and he learns how to fight. Survival is an everyday task. Watching your back for the man wearing the mask.
Oh, 3-6 Mafia. Oh, I gotta listen to the song for the reaction.
Bad as a scene, we still stay fly, looking so clean. First I'm broke, so I hang out.
Okay, I will be doing a reaction on this. 3-6 Mafia. Oh, I'll be reacting.
Wow. So help your brother along the way, no matter where he starts. The same God that made you made him too.
Amen.
These men with broken hearts.
Oh, amen. Amen. Amen.
During the 60s and early 70s, when tensions between blacks and whites were at an all-time high, Elvis demonstrated his desire for racial reconciliation in the musicians that he chose and the treatment they received.
When we first decided to take the gig with Elvis,
We had no idea that there would be any racial flack regarding it. Our first racial encounter was when we went to Texas. Elvis was told by his people that, well, you can leave the black girls home. You don't have to bring them. So Elvis wasn't going to do the Astrodome unless his girls could be with him. And he demanded that we be given the star treatment. We had to be in our convertible where everybody could see us and our little blonde could drive us. And that was his statement. You don't like it? Deal with it, or I'm not going to be there. And I thought that was very big of him.
When I joined the group in 1972, they took a big chance because there were no blacks in contemporary or Southern gospel music, and I was the first one, and it made all the headlines. And
again, Elvis played such a huge role, and people don't even know that. It's just so sad. Like, there's just so much hate. People hate, like, they hate just to hate, like, all the isms, the racism, the sexism. It's just another word for hate for no reason. Like, why people have to go through all of those? Why?
everything. It was in Billboard and all the newspapers in Tennessee. And my first time meeting Elvis was he had a folder full of clippings of things that he had read about me. As a matter of fact, the Imperials brought me to his suite and he gave me this folder with all the clippings, and he personally welcomed me into the family. And for a guy who, you know, didn't really know where he stood, this was very important that he acknowledged my presence and, you know, made me feel very much a part of what we were all doing. And right away, he treated me like he'd known me for years. He gave me one of those TCB chains and everything, and I was just one of the guys, and I never forgot that.
And I've been around him with people, other people of color, and I've only seen him give love. He was very generous to people that he didn't even know. You didn't have to be of any racial persuasion for him to love you.
And this is what I'm saying. This is a character. It had nothing to do with your race. Like, he was just a good person. He was just a good person. And it's so crazy because I was gonna say, like, and again, outside of religion, sometimes I just say Christian just because that's just the religion that comes out. But like a God-fearing person, a God-following person, right? And you have these people who claim to be God-following, and they have so much hate in their heart. They have so much racism, right? And they use the Bible to back up their racism and their hatred. And again, when I say racism, I'm not necessarily saying against a different race. I'm just saying just against humankind, just period. Like, whew. If you guys watch my my Elvis 2022 movie reaction, I definitely urge you to watch it. You'll hear me, and I think it was in that video that I say that, you know, some people are put on this earth, and unfortunately they go through a lot. They go through a lot. And I feel like maybe out of it, maybe we can learn through their pain and we can become better people. We can become better people. And Elvis is one of those person who's there. And he's not perfect. He is not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody goes through their things. You know what I mean? Especially, you know, going through being an artist and people throwing themselves and everything else. He's not perfect. But you know what? He was put on the earth to do something, and he did it. He did it, even though people don't know. And you never know. Look at this. I'm in 2025 learning about it. So the lesson ain't done. People will continue to learn and people will continue to do better. Whew, guys. When y'all told me to watch Elvis in the Black Community, I didn't think I was about to be crying about this. All right, let's go on.
How rumors get started when there's a big star or something, the people will start rumors. Well, he doesn't like this kind of people, or he doesn't like those people or that people. And I never got that from him.
But you know, Elvis is a whole nother thing. It's just, I think it's scary to even be compared to people in that, like,
wow.
You know, I mean,
Okay, 50.
He's such a big talent, and he's out in his absence. He's, of course, he's bigger than in his presence. And music marks time. So in this time period, what Elvis was to his period would be something totally different. But I think rock and roll, I mean, what he brought to Vegas is more than rock and roll. I mean, I think there's so much going on out here on the entertainment front.
So this is what I was also saying. If you watch the movie, is like Elvis came to Vegas. He brought rock and roll. He brought everything, and the way that they got him there, his manager got him there, was just shady as hell. But I was saying that it's like Elvis went to Vegas, but Elvis never left Vegas. He never left Vegas. Take it as you want. He never left Vegas.
Like right now, you'll see the likes of Celine Dion and Tony Braxton. It's a lot going out here. You know what I mean? As far as rock and roll is concerned, it's great. I mean, Elvis Presley was able to do things that haven't been able to be duplicated to this day.
You guys hear 50? He was able to do things that it has not been able to be duplicated to this day. This day. I know, like, you guys have said over and over that Elvis does not like to be called the king, but you know what? When you're that humble, that's when you are deserving of that title, right? When you're that humble. That's why they call him the king, because he is the one, the only Elvis Presley.
Influenced Elvis. The fact that people say, well, he's the king of it all, king of rock and roll, is a slap in the face to those that made the music possible in the first place. Not to say he wasn't brilliant. I think he was a fantastic, talented singer.
I don't think he ripped him.
So it's funny that he said it's a slap in the face, because I don't think that. So when I was watching his movie, I like how the scene came out and somebody called Elvis the king. He said, "I'm not the king. He's the real king." And the truth is, the king is the title, right? We know there are many, many kings out there. He's a king in what he did. He's the king in bringing rock and roll on the way that he did. Yes, there were others that were before him, and yes, there were the title can continue, but he is like himself. He is like no one else. He did not only bring rock and roll, but he praised, he acknowledged those who helped him get to where he got. And guys, I know I'm talking like I know, and I don't know. I'm still learning from you guys, and please continue to write and let me know. But from what I gather so far, he's not like, some of these artists right now that they get big and they forget those who helped them, or they don't even give credit to those who helped them. But from what I've seen, some of the things that I've seen, I've noticed that Elvis gave credit to those who have helped them. And that, to me, is what makes a person a king. The fact that he doesn't treat you one way behind doors and then in front of other people act completely different. From what I've seen so far, and I've only seen a little bit, it seems like the way he is behind doors, he shows that credit in front of doors, in front of other people. Again, I may be wrong. Please comment below and let me know, because I'm here to be educated as I go down the Elvis rabbit hole. All right, let's go.
I think once something has been exposed, anyone can add or take from it if they like. He was just so great, so popular, so hot, so anything that he played, it became a hit. To me, they didn't make a mistake when they called him the king.
The only thing I want to know, was he my friend? Did I enjoy him as a performer? Did he give the world of entertainment something? Yes, on all counts. And that's the name of that tune.
He was a bundle of energy set to music. And that echo will never die.
I'm glad glad you guys recommended this. Elvis Presley in the Black community. That echo will never die. Woo! You know you do something good in life when decades after you pass away, you got black girls in there crying over you. White girls crying over you. Spanish girls crying over you. Probably Asian girls crying over you. All culture crying over you. In countries that you never had the opportunity to go to, they stand there crying over you. Not just because of his voice, right? Because it's because of who he is, what he stood for. Whew. Elvis was a messenger. All right, guys. This was a long video. Woo! Definitely. Like I said, every Sunday and Wednesday, I will be putting out Elvis video. I will be recording batch videos. I actually have a lot of videos already there. I just have to edit and put it up. If you are a member, you will see those videos as well as a lot of other videos from a lot of artists. So definitely look into the tier. Like I said, tier 1 is $2.99 and it has a lot of other stuff, and then it goes up to tier, I think tier 4 or tier 5, that is $19.99. In a month or two, what I will be doing is I'm gonna actually watch one of the Elvis movies live, and I'm gonna invite a few people who are members in the tier. And if you are in the $19.99 tier, you are guaranteed welcome to I will guarantee you're guaranteed welcome that I will be giving you an invitation to join me. So I will let you guys know more when we will be doing that movie watch. And when I say movie watch, what I mean is that you guys are going to be, I'm going to be inviting you to my own platform where you are actually going to be watching the video with me. It's only going to be 6 people at a time. I'm going to give you guys more information about that later on, but definitely thank you for the support that you have given me. And Tuesdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, Elvis on the way. Bye.